Have you ever wondered how many more healthy, active years you might enjoy after 70? At this stage of life, every year feels more valuable than the last, and your body is already sending signals that hint at how many more years you might enjoy. Some people in their 70s still move with energy, think clearly, and live with excitement, while others begin to slow down, facing health issues and persistent fatigue. The difference often comes down to a handful of subtle but powerful signs, clues that can quietly predict your future. In this video, we'll go over 7 key indicators that may reveal how long you could live beyond 70. These aren't just old sayings or wild guesses. They're patterns backed by real research and observations from doctors who study long-living, healthy people. By the time you finish watching, you'll know exactly which signals to watch for in your own body and lifestyle, and just as importantly, how to make changes that can add healthy years to your life. Stick with me until the end, because some of these signs are so small that most people overlook them, yet they can make all the difference in how your future plays out. Once you recognize them, you'll have a much clearer sense of where you stand and what adjustments could help you stay strong for longer. So let's jump in. One of the most powerful clues about how long you may live after 70 isn't hidden in your genetics, your doctor's files, or even your diet. Surprisingly, it comes down to something incredibly simple: the speed of your walk. Researchers have consistently found that older adults who keep up a steady, brisk walking pace tend to outlive those who slow down dramatically. That's because your walking speed is tied directly to your overall health. It reflects your muscle strength, heart and lung function, and even your brain's sharpness. Picture 2 men, both 75 years old, Martin and Leonard. Martin heads out for a walk every morning, keeping up a steady rhythm. He doesn't have trouble crossing the street or climbing a set of stairs. His steps are balanced, confident, and smooth. Leonard, on the other hand, used to be active but has slowed down a lot in recent years. Now he takes frequent breaks, struggles to keep up with friends, and sometimes feels a little shaky on his feet. Martin's pace suggests that his body is still working efficiently, while Leonard's slowdown may be a red flag, pointing to declining muscle strength, poor circulation, or even early signs of neurological problems. Your legs are your foundation, and when they weaken, everything else starts to follow. The encouraging news is that walking speed isn't set in stone. You can improve it. The more you move, the more strength and stability you maintain. If you've noticed yourself slowing down, don't brush it off. Start small. Take short daily walks, use light weights, or practice simple leg exercises. Over time, those little steps make a big difference. In fact, your walking pace may be one of the easiest ways to measure your longevity. Pay attention to it. It's like a window into how much strength you'll carry into the years ahead. And here's another surprising clue: your handshake. Believe it or not, the strength of your grip can reveal more about your long-term health than you might think. Research has shown that grip strength is one of the clearest markers of vitality in older adults. A strong, steady grip is more than just a polite gesture. It's a sign of healthy muscles, good blood flow, and a nervous system that's firing on all cylinders. On the flip side, a weak or fading grip may signal that your body needs extra care and attention. Take Edward, for example. At 79, he was proud of his firm handshake. He kept himself moving, did lightweight training, and never thought twice about tasks like opening jars or hauling grocery bags. Now think about Harold, also 79. Over time, he began to notice that twisting off a bottle cap or holding on to a heavy bag felt harder than before. He brushed it off as just part of getting older, but what he didn't realize was that his grip strength was quietly telling a bigger story, one of shrinking muscle mass, increased risk of falls, and even a shorter lifespan if left unchecked. Your hands are a mirror of your body's overall strength. If your grip is slipping, chances are the rest of your muscles are too. And as that strength fades, independence, confidence, and resilience tend to fade along with it. The encouraging part? Grip strength can be rebuilt. Simple exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, practicing with a hand gripper, or carrying light weights can help you maintain muscle power and keep your hands strong. So here's a quick self-check. Shake someone's hand or try opening a tight jar. If it feels harder than it used to, don't shrug it off. Because the way you hold on to objects today may reveal how well you'll be able to hold on to life's challenges in the years ahead. If you're still here and finding these insights helpful, drop the number 2 in the comments so I know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time. Hit the button and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos. Alright, let's move on. Balance is something most of us don't think much about until we start to lose it, but it's one of the clearest signs of longevity. In fact, being able to stand on one leg for just 10 seconds has been linked to longer life expectancy. Studies show that people with poor balance face a much higher risk of falls, fractures, and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, those who can maintain balance well into their 70s and beyond often enjoy longer, healthier lives. Picture 2 women in their early 70s, Joyce and Diane. Joyce has kept herself active for years. She walks every day, practices yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground without swaying. Diane, in contrast, hasn't focused much on balance. When she tries standing on one leg, she tips over almost immediately and needs to grab onto something for support. What she doesn't realize is that this isn't just a small inconvenience. It's a red flag that her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain health may be slipping. Balance depends on strong legs, a well-tuned nervous system, and a sharp brain. If you notice yourself stumbling more often, feeling wobbly when you turn quickly, or reaching for furniture to steady yourself, that's your body telling you it's time to act. The best part is you can improve balance at any age. Start small. Practice standing on one foot for a few seconds a day, try walking heel to toe, or explore light exercises like Tai Chi. These simple habits can help restore stability and protect your independence for years to come. Here's a quick self-check you can do right now. Stand up, lift one foot off the floor, and see if you can hold the position for 10 full seconds without wobbling. If you struggle, don't panic, but don't brush it aside either. The earlier you start working on your balance, the stronger, steadier, and more confident you'll be in the years to come. Now, let's talk about something most people underestimate: your sleep. The quality of your rest at night speaks volumes about how long you might live. Sleep isn't just about shutting your eyes. It's the time when your body repairs tissues, recharges the immune system, and clears waste products from your brain. Research shows that older adults who maintain consistent, restful sleep not only live longer, but also enjoy better health, while poor sleepers face higher risks of memory decline, heart problems, and weaker immunity. Take 2 men in their mid-70s, George and Stanley. George has a steady bedtime routine, logs about 7 hours of solid sleep every night, and usually wakes up feeling refreshed. Stanley, on the other hand, tosses and turns, wakes up multiple times, and often struggles to fall back asleep. The difference shows over time. George's energy stays steady, his thinking remains sharp, and his body functions smoothly, while Stanley battles brain fog, daytime exhaustion, and even rising blood pressure, all linked to poor sleep quality. If you find yourself waking frequently at night, feeling drained even after hours in bed, or struggling to stay asleep, that's your body sounding an alarm. The causes can range from stress and poor diet to lack of movement or conditions like sleep apnea. The encouraging part is that sleep can often be improved. Simple steps, such as limiting screen time before bed, keeping a consistent sleep schedule, getting natural light in the morning, or avoiding heavy dinners late at night, can make a huge difference. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's about keeping your body and brain at their best. So tonight, pay close attention. Do you wake up feeling restored, or do you drag through the day? Because how well you rest now could shape how strong and healthy you remain in the years ahead. If you're still with me and finding this useful, leave the number 4 in the comments so I know you're following along. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the button with the bell. That way you won't miss the next videos. Your support really helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires. Now let's shift to something just as important: food. The way you eat after 7-0 may be one of the clearest predictors of longevity. A strong appetite and a balanced diet fuel your body, support your immune system, and help maintain steady energy. But when appetite fades or eating habits decline, it often signals deeper issues and can even speed up aging. Think about two women, both 75 years old. Helen enjoys her meals, cooks with fresh ingredients, and keeps her weight stable. Eating brings her joy, and she feels energized throughout the day. Patricia, however, has noticed her appetite slipping. She skips meals, reaches for packaged foods, and has lost weight without trying. What she doesn't realize is that this change isn't just a minor shift, it's a warning sign. A shrinking appetite may reduce energy and strength over time, so it's important to stay nourished. For many older adults, reduced appetite ties back to hidden issues, digestive troubles, hormonal changes, or even early stages of cognitive decline. And when you don't eat enough, your body begins breaking down muscle, leading to weakness, frailty, and a higher risk of illness or falls. So if you've noticed changes in your eating, maybe you feel full too quickly, food doesn't interest you anymore, or you're losing weight without explanation, it's time to pay attention. Eating well after 70 isn't simply about filling your stomach. It's about fueling your body with the nutrients it needs to keep functioning at its best. Focus on whole, nutrient-rich foods, stay hydrated, and never ignore a fading appetite. It's one of the clearest clues your body can give about your overall health. Sometimes a fading appetite isn't just about food. It can be your body's way of signaling that something deeper needs attention. Ask yourself honestly, are you still looking forward to your meals? Are you getting enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats to fuel your body, or have you noticed a slow decline in both your appetite and your energy? The way you nourish yourself today plays a direct role in how strong, independent, and resilient you'll be in the years ahead. Now let's shift to another silent factor that has an enormous impact on longevity: stress. How you handle stress after 70 says a lot about how long and how well you might live. Chronic stress isn't just about feeling worried or overwhelmed. It slowly wears on your immune system, increases your risk of heart problems, and can even speed up the aging process. On the flip side, people who learn to manage stress effectively often remain healthier, more active, and mentally sharper deep into their later years. Take Charles and Donald, both 76. Charles deals with his fair share of challenges, unexpected bills, family struggles, even health concerns, but he's developed healthy coping habits. He practices deep breathing, keeps a positive outlook, and stays socially engaged so stress doesn't consume him. Donald, however, hangs on to worry. He dwells on problems outside of his control, gets frustrated easily, and slips into negative thought cycles. Over time, the toll shows up. His blood pressure rises, his sleep quality suffers, and his energy drains away. Science backs this up. Long-term stress can affect your body in many ways, contributing to common age-related health challenges. So if you often feel tense, irritable, or emotionally worn out, don't ignore it. Instead, start adding tools to your stress management toolbox: mindfulness, light exercise, slow breathing, laughter, or even just talking things through with a friend. Ask yourself, when life throws challenges at you, do you adapt and move forward, or do you let stress keep you stuck? Your ability to stay calm, focus on solutions, and let go of unnecessary worry isn't just good for your peace of mind. It's a powerful factor in how long and how well you live. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, drop the number 6 in the comments so I know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss the upcoming videos, and your support makes it possible for us to keep creating content like this. Now, let's talk about one of the clearest predictors of longevity that many people overlook: relationships. Study after study confirms that strong social ties, whether through friendships, family, or community, are linked with longer, healthier lives. In contrast, loneliness can quietly affect your well-being, making it harder to stay healthy and active as you age. Think about two women, both 79. Florence has built and maintained connections throughout her life. She chats with old friends, participates in a local book club, and spends quality time with her family. She laughs often, feels connected, and genuinely looks forward to her days. Ruth, however, lives much more isolated. Over the years, she's lost touch with many friends, and while she is family, she rarely reaches out. As months pass, Her sense of loneliness deepens, her mood drops, and her overall health begins to slip. Human connection isn't just emotional, it's biological. Interacting with others keeps your brain active, lowers stress, and even triggers the release of chemicals that support overall health. If you notice yourself pulling away, skipping calls, avoiding social gatherings, or spending most of your time alone, it's a sign to make a change. Staying connected doesn't mean being surrounded by people 24/7. Even small steps, phoning an old friend, joining a group with shared interests, or carving out time for meaningful conversations can make a profound difference. The relationships you nurture now don't just bring joy, they actively support your health and longevity. So now that we've gone through these 7 signs, it's time to reflect. Where do you stand? Are you moving through life with strength, energy, and confidence, or have you noticed subtle changes that could be red flags? The encouraging truth is that most of these factors, your walking pace, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social connections, are all things you can improve. Your future isn't written in stone, and the choices you make starting today can shape how many years you'll enjoy ahead. If you've recognized areas that need work, don't wait for a doctor to confirm it. Start making changes now. Walk a little more. Build up your muscles. Protect your sleep. Reconnect with people. Learn to let stress roll off your shoulders. Because the real goal isn't just to add years to your life, it's to add life to your years. At the end of the day, longevity isn't only about how much time you have left, but about the quality of that time. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share one insight you picked up and how you plan to use it in your own life. Reading your thoughts encourages and motivates us more than you know. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. It helps us keep creating content to inform and inspire. Thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.